Our plans were to basically do bass and drums here in a studio, and then do the guitars ourselves and the vocals ourselves.
The reason for doing the drums and the bass in the studio, like you have to do drums in a studio with, you know, a proper live room and all the proper mics, whereas with the guitars, there's a certain amount that you can do yourself. So once we have that down, then the guys can go away and do their guitars, and they'll have a lot more time to layer stuff on top of each other and get their tones right and add in bits that weren't there before.
Yes, we're guitar nerds, so we're going to basically indulge ourselves, I think.
Might experiment with different tunings, different amps, different guitars, different room spaces, different microphones. Like there's a lot of space for experimenting.
The drums and bass tend to, if you're lucky, kind of work themselves out a bit earlier because they're the foundation, so lads can bring them forward. Like,
we wanted to make sure that this time we spent a bit more time writing and recording than we have before, so we worked on them a lot, and now we're going to spend longer on the recording process than we have before as well.
I think we're pretty democratic. I would write most lyrics, all lyrics, and come up with some ideas myself, but a lot of the time then it's songs that we literally spontaneously all come up with when we're jamming, and then the songs that I might bring to the guys just go through a completely crazy metamorphosis into something better.
They're all kind of come from different things, because everybody has input, so sometimes it'll be a riff that Colin has, or sometimes it'll be Barry might come in. Like Atomization and Ruse were pretty much songs when he came in.
yeah, the odd time you'll get like an email off Barry with a fairly complete song, and then it's just up to us to kind of destroy it. Any song with a big chunky intro is generally Colin.
Yeah, and that's riff.
Colin's fairly riff based. Yeah, even me and you have started kind of
the odd one
doing bits and pieces where it becomes me and Daniel would tend to be jams that the lads would cling on to when we're waiting for them to get set up in practice. Cutaways is definitely a result of that.
That's definitely a drum and bass thing. I'd say everybody in the band would have different answers.
Barry is getting a big Waves vibe, which is a good thing because Waves supposedly are obsessed with Weezer, so I'm obsessed with Weezer, so that works for me.
Mine would be bands like Sonic Youth, Thurston Moore, Polvo, Pinback, Gang of Four.
Noisy stuff.
Kind of noisy but melodic guitars.
Cloud Nothings has been bandied around a lot as something that would be a target.
And the thermals are always great at the whole loud, quiet, loud thing.
I'm a bit more poppier stuff, maybe like poppier end of Pavement. Yuck, who are kind of a recent enough band, they do a good take on that sort of style. Pixies, I guess, would influence me. That sort of stripped back, very bare, no added extras, I guess.
I'm more peaceful because it's just me and Dan.
yeah. Just the two of us. A lot more of it now, I think, is collaborative rather than like before. Maybe there was songs that came in fully formed and bits were added on, whereas now everybody's involved a little bit more in the writing. There's a lot more vocal harmonies.
I was going to say a lot more arguments, like a lot more vocal disapproval.
Yeah, everybody's a lot more outspoken.
This sounds really corny, but like the sound has actually changed a lot. We've kind of continued with the detuned guitars, I think, which does give us a certain tone or quality. I don't know, but I think probably we focus more on kind of the sound quality.
Yeah,
as opposed to just banging out a tune. We spend a lot of time arranging songs. Pretty much songs are torn apart and rearranged.
Yeah, I guess as you come along as well, you start to realise your sound and what you're striving for a bit more. So
yeah, there's a bit more dynamic, I think, this time around on the album as well, in terms of before everything was kind of loud.
Yeah,
there's a mix.
True, yeah.
Like
there is. Yeah, actually, there's over the 12 tracks, there is some tracks that I hope will surprise people, as if they're not like typical Bouts. If we have a typical sound, there's some that are breaking that mold. I think, you know, if you spend long enough with a song, you kind of get to realise it a bit more fully than what we do before. Is just we get the song, get it finished, and then record it. This time we kind of finished it and then tore it up again
and then made it better.
It's going to be good. I can't wait. It's going to be a holiday.